The river did not speak in words, yet it knew her name. It knew it the way water knows the shape of every stone it touches, by memory, by patience, by time. Her name was Sewa, and she had lived all her life beneath the slow-moving bends of the Niger River, where the water glimmered like melted bronze at sunset and secrets sank gently into the mud. She was a mermaid, though that word felt small compared to what she truly was. She was daughter of current and silence, of reeds and reflection, of stories told by fish and forgotten by humans. But Sewa was confused. From the day she first learned to swim, she had felt it an ache she could not name. While other river spirits danced easily with the tide, laughing as moonlight braided itself through their hair, Sewa often drifted alone. She watched the surface from below, staring up at the warped sky, wondering why her heart felt heavier than her shimmering tail. Sometimes, when fishermen paddled by at dawn, she followed them from a distance. She listened to their songs, old songs, cracked but honest, songs of hardship, of hope, of making something from very little. Their voices vibrated through the water and into her bones, stirring something restless inside her. "Why do they sound like they're breaking?" she once asked the river, "and healing at the same time?" The river gave no answer. It only carried her forward. Sewa belonged to the lineage of Mami spirits, ancient beings tied to water and fate, often feared, often misunderstood. The elders of the deep had warned her, "Do not look too long at the human world, it confuses the soul." Yet confusion had already taken root in her like a stubborn weed. At night, she dreamed of legs instead of a tail, of walking on cracked earth, of feeling heat that did not come from the sun filtering through water, but from inside her chest. She dreamed of choosing, and that frightened her. One season, the river began to change. The water grew clouded with sorrow, plastic drifting where lilies once bloomed, oil shimmering in unnatural rainbows. Fish whispered of places where breathing had become difficult. The river spirits grew quiet, their songs turning sharp and brittle. Sewa felt it most of all. Her emotions tangled into knots, anger at the damage, sadness she could not release, confusion about her place in a world that seemed to be unraveling both above and below the surface. She was a guardian by birth, yet she felt powerless. What good was ancient magic if it could not stop carelessness? One evening, as the sky burned orange and purple, Sewa surfaced farther than she ever had before. She broke the water near a small riverside village. Children laughed nearby, chasing one another barefoot through the sand. An old woman sat alone, mending a net with hands that trembled but never stopped working. The woman looked up. Their eyes met. Time folded. The woman did not scream. She did not run. She only stared, eyes wide with recognition rather than fear. "I've seen you before," the woman whispered, though Sewa knew her voice would never reach human ears. "In my dreams." Something inside Sewa cracked open. In that moment, she understood. The confusion she carried was not a weakness, it was a bridge. She felt the pain of the river because she also felt the pain of the people. She was not meant to hide forever in the deep. She was meant to remember and to remind. That night, Sewa wept. Her tears dissolved into the river, and the river held them gently. She swam for days afterward, wrestling with herself. To step closer to humans meant breaking ancient rules. To stay silent meant watching everything she loved slowly disappear. Fear pulled her backward. Purpose pulled her forward. In the end, it was the children who decided for her. They began to fall ill from the water. The songs on the river turned quiet. The fish fled. Sewa rose beneath the moon and sang. Her song was not magic in the way stories describe. No thunder, no sudden miracles. It was softer, older. It traveled through water, into roots, into bones. It reminded the river of itself. It reminded the people through dreams, through sudden moments of clarity, of what they were losing. The old woman dreamed of clean water and woke with resolve. The fishermen began to speak differently, to organize, to protect what fed them. Children learned new stories, stories where the river was alive, watching, worthy of care. Sewa never fully joined the human world. She never fully returned to the deep either. She became something in between, a watcher, a whisper, a presence felt in moments of doubt and courage alike. And though confusion still visited her because it always does when you choose change over comfort, it no longer frightened her. She learned that confusion is often the first sign of growth, that purpose is rarely clear at the beginning, that inspiration does not roar, it flows. The river still knows her name, and now so do the people whether they realize it or not.